Hello, dear children. How are you all? Hope you are keeping well. Today I am going to start with the first chapter of your book, Honeydew. I'm sure you all have read the story by now, as I had conveyed it to you yesterday. Before coming to the chapter, I would like to tell you that line to line reading of the story is of utmost importance. You have to read it time and again. Word meanings have also been given side by side in your book, so you have to grasp the meanings of all the new words. You can always also use dictionary wherever it is required. So let's begin with the chapter. The first chapter in your book Honeydew is the best Christmas present in the world. The best Christmas present in the world. It is written by Michael Morpurgo. Let's see what happens in the chapter. First of all, dear children, let me tell you about the author. The author of the chapter is Michael Morpurgo. He was an English book author, a poet, as well as a playwright. He was born on 5th October in 1943 in St. Albans, United Kingdom. He is best known for his... Before coming to the story, let's know something about the background of the story. Dear children, the chapter is a war story set on the day of Christmas in the year 1914 during the World War I, which took place between British and Germans. Here in the story, the character Jim, he mentions the happenings of this day, that is the Christmas day, to his wife Connie in a letter. He describes how the English and German soldiers celebrated the Christmas together that day. It also mentions about the battlefield and the mental state of the soldiers of both the armies. Let me introduce now you to the characters of the story. First of all, there is the author of the story. He is also playing the role of the narrator here. He is narrating the entire story to all of us, to all readers. Then there is Jim McPherson, an American soldier, the most important character in the story, Jim McPherson. Before the war, he was a school teacher in Dorset, England. He died in the war and could not return to his wife. Secondly, Connie McPherson. She is Jim McPherson's wife. She is 101 years old. She is mentally stressed as her husband did not return from the war. She is going through the immense pain of separation from her husband. So she keeps on waiting for him all through her life. Next character in the story is Hans Wolf. Dear children, Hans Wolf is the captain of German army. He is from Dusseldorf, a city in the western Germany. He used to play cello. Cello is a kind of musical instrument. He used to play cello in an orchestra before he joined the army. He has a friendly nature as he takes initiative to make friendship with the English troop. So I hope you all have come to know about the characters now. Now let's talk about the significant points of the chapter. This story has been divided into 3 parts, dear students. Let's talk about the first part. In the first part, the author noticed a roll-top desk in a junk shop. It was half broken and had burn marks on it. He decided to buy it and get repaired it as it was very cheap. While repairing it, he found a secret drawer in it in which there was a small black tin box. The tin box contained Jim McPherson's last letter, which was addressed to Connie, his wife. Coney MacPherson. The date on it was December 26, 1914. December 26, that means the very next day of Christmas Day. Just after the Christmas Day, the next day. Part 2 of the story deals with the description of celebration of Christmas by both the armies by Jim MacPherson to his wife Coney. He writes a letter to his wife Coney and talks about the Christmas celebration on that day. Jim said that he was feeling very happy while writing about this special Christmas to his wife Coney. He said that it was cold and frosty Christmas morning. Both the armies were taking positions in their trenches. Jim saw the German soldiers, who were also known by the name of Fritz, waving a white flag. He saw that German soldiers, they were waving a white flag. They wanted to wish Merry Christmas to British soldiers, who were also known by the name Tommies. It was a big surprise to be greeted like friends by enemies. The British soldiers also wished them in return. Hence Wolf, the leader of Fritz soldiers, that is German soldiers, said that they wanted to celebrate the festival. Jim was the commanding officer of British Army. He allowed his men to join the Germans. Grey coats and khaki coats mingled in the no man's land. So both the armies had different uh, uniform. One had grey coats on and another one was wearing khaki coats. So it means both the armies, they got mixed up, mingled up in the no man's land. They came together. It was so surprising that in the time of war, they were making peace. No one wanted to fight or kill each other. The leaders of both the armies sat together and talked about their personal lives. All the soldiers smoked, laughed, drank, and feasted together. Jim further wrote in the letter that he had never seen or imagined a Christmas party like this before. Then somebody brought out a football. Both the armies enjoyed playing football. Jim noticed the breaths of the soldiers of both the armies mingling in the air. They were all one. Hence Wolf suddenly came to a conclusion that wars should be resolved by playing football match or any other match, because no one dies in a match, while war leaves behind orphans and widows. When the match was over, they had finished the cakes and drinks also. Hence Wolf hoped to go home and see his family soon. Now both the armies walked away to their positions, but did so quite unwillingly. They did not want to go back, they wanted to remain together. Throughout the night they sang Christmas carols, that is Christmas songs. Jim said that they had a time of peace and goodwill, and he would never forget this time. Well, dear children, today I will take up to this point only. I have discussed about the first and second part of the story. So rest of that means the third part we will take up in the next class. So, but what you have to do now is there are certain questions given in your book under the heading comprehension check for both the parts, that is part 1 and part 2 of the story. You all have to see these questions and try to solve these questions. If you encounter any problem, you can always discuss with me on my WhatsApp number. So please do go through all these questions given in the book related to the first and second part of the chapter. Then we will have a discussion on it. So thank you very much.